Okay, I'm so excited to be back on Instagram Live for the Resilient Realtor and also on our YouTube Live. And today we're going to be talking about Instagram. As you come into the class, comment in the comment section. Where are you coming from? Where are you traveling today from to be on our class today and to learn about Instagram in 2023, all of the changes that are on there. Also, if you have something in particular that you want me to cover in this class, go ahead and drop it in the comments as well. I'm going to be looking at the comments throughout the class and just to make sure that I'm getting everything that you guys need out of this class. So from North Shore of Boston, welcome to the class. Probably a little bit better weather here. It's sunny. It's probably 50, 60 degrees today in Phoenix, Arizona. So we're loving that. St. Augustine, Florida is in the house. And I love that. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get started. Since I can't see you guys, I can only rely on the comments. I'm going to ask you guys to participate through the comment section to make sure that you're getting the most out of this class. And as always, we do have resources available. Kelsey, my incredible operations manager, there's a bit.ly link, or you can take a second and scan here. If you are joining us from the Phoenix metro area, and if your business isn't as successful as you want it to be, or if you're looking to grow your business, we are looking for like-minded individuals to join our team. So you can scan that QR code. I'll go ahead and flash this again at the end of the class. But don't fret, all the slides are here and available for you. Show notes, all that beautiful stuff that you guys need to get the most out of your business. So we were just reflecting about Instagram and when we first joined Instagram. So I'm 42 years old. I think I joined Facebook. I was telling Kelsey this morning, I was traveling for work. I was in a hotel room. My friend, who's a lawyer, had just graduated, and he was like, you should join Facebook. I remember joining Facebook and what it first looked like. When I first joined Instagram, I was in my 30s, and specifically, it was just to post photos, right? It was post a photo. In fact, there was no other type of post but post a photo and put a comment next to it. So it became a very different type of news feed from the coming from Facebook and going into Instagram, right? So much has changed since then, right? Instagram is now one of those places that people go to besides Google and besides YouTube to get information, right? So I just discovered a new author. What was one of the first things I did? Went to Instagram, searched up, found their profile, and started to follow them. Why? Because I want to know when they're releasing their next book. I want to know all the ins and outs. So what that means is if you haven't gotten into Instagram yet, you might want to come in. There's a lot to know about Instagram, but I'm going to end this class with some very actionable items that you can take, because without a doubt, you have an opportunity to grow your business through Instagram and to grow your brand, right? That's really what Instagram is going to do for you. It's going to help you grow your brand. It's going to help you grow your business because people are going to feel like they know you. And when they feel like they know you, then it's going to make it easier to do business with them. So with that being said, one of the things I hear all the time is, oh my gosh, why is Instagram always changing, right? Why is Instagram always changing? I don't know if I should do it. Should I be on Instagram? Shouldn't I? Well, you've probably heard other people like Tom Ferry or a real estate coach like myself say, you should have a social media presence. The reason you should have a social media presence is because it's going to enhance what you're already doing online, right? So that's my take on social media. You do not have to be an influencer to sell real estate. Should you do video? Absolutely. Should you do video over making phone calls? No, right? Video and social media only enhances what you're already doing. It extends your brand and helps you become more credible in your marketplace. So let's talk about the changes. over the past 13 years, right? When we first started, it was for photos only. And now you can do a lot of different things with Instagram. Every single time I log in, there's definitely stuff to do. So we're going to break down some of the changes for 2023 and how you should do it. If you want more information on Reels and other, social media content, I have a couple other classes on my YouTube channel that were done in 2022. They're still very relevant. Some of the features may have changed a little bit because, again, changes happen on these platforms, and you really need to be aware of the changes. That's why we're actually doing this class, is because I want you to be efficient and effective on social media. So we know that Instagram is a place that we should be because people use it for searching and to gain credibility. We know that the platform changes all the time, and we should be aware of the changes so that we can be efficient on social media. The very first one that I'm super, super excited about is scheduling posts on Instagram. So you've been able to schedule posts, but you were not able to schedule reels. So this is, and schedule stories. You've had limited scheduling opportunities. They finally released scheduling right on the platform, which is amazing, including reels. If you don't have this feature yet, it's coming to you. That's one of the things that Kelsey really wanted me to point out. Instagram and Facebook, I would say, or Meta, right? They reward the people that use the platform and they use the tools. So the more you're using the tools within the platform, the more access they'll give you to the tools. So we were one of the first accounts of people that I knew that had access to scheduling reels, and it's been a game changer for us. So keep in mind, you can schedule your content up to 75 days in advance. This is really important because I've always said you don't want to be an ad hoc poster, right? You don't want to live every day waking up and saying, oh my gosh, I need to post something on social media. What should I post? That's just not a great strategy to have. So Kelsey put together this awesome slide. Here's how you schedule from the app. You're going to go into the advanced settings, tap schedule after you've chosen the time and date. Then you're ready for publication. So it's super, super simple. And you can still schedule other pieces of content through the Facebook Business Suite or the Meta Business Suite. And that's really important. Also, we're going to talk about this further in the class, but scheduling posts on Instagram, you can be more thoughtful about when you should post. So you don't want to live your life like, well, my following base is active between 3 and 5, but I'm at a listing appointment or I'm showing homes and I can't, tell my buyer, hey, hold on just a second. Let me grab my phone. I got to schedule I got to do this social media post because they're most active right now, right? Could you imagine? You would never do that. So scheduling your posts at when people are active, use this link when you get the slides. You have to have a business account within Instagram, but it'll show you the best times for you to post. That's when you should go back into scheduling your posts to make sure that you are going to get the biggest bang for your buck. So they make it easy for you guys to do it. It just takes a little bit of thought. So a lot of times I get asked, how often should I post on Instagram? And man, I have seen so many different varying answers on this. And they will reward you for posting a lot of content every single day, multiple pieces of content. And here's my advice to you. It is quality over quantity. No doubt you have to be consistent. In fact, we're going to talk a lot about consistency in this class and how to be consistent on social media because it does have an impact on your account. And you shouldn't just have an account just to have one. That's not good for your account. So you need to have some level of activity, but think quality over quantity, right? If you are just posting to post, that's not good for your account. It's not good for your followers. It's not adding value. So if you have to scale back to have better content, I'm going to recommend that. Also, remember, engaging content. So when you are posting, find posts that provide value, right? Again, just posting to post, that's not going to help you with your goals. I would also say, when you are posting, use the variety of the tools, right? So you've got Reels, which are video, right? Everything is a reel now, but you've got super short form video, you've got longer form video, you have stories, you have posts, which by the way, they're actually giving some life to just old school posts again. And then you've got carousel posts. So you've got a lot of different tools that you can use. So use the variety of the tools throughout your week. Consistency looks like somewhere between 3 and 4 times a week, as long as you are putting out quality content, you'll be successful. So when people ask how often should I post, do something that's very reasonable for you. 3 to 4 times a week will keep you consistent, will keep you relevant. Make sure you're engaging in all of the different tools that are available to you. So the next question that I get asked all the time is, well, what should I post on Instagram? I have a whole class on my YouTube channel on what to post on social media and the different social media buckets. I even have some accounts tagged that you can follow to be able to get some inspiration. Here are just a couple things that you can be reminded of. So one, you sell real estate. People love to see homes. They absolutely want to see beautiful homes. So when you are out and about, this is something that I've always recommended. It's very much in, Gary Vaynerchuk's like line of thought, like document what you're doing, right? I think my social media manager already documented me teaching this class. She's going to use it as a story. She's going to use it as a post, right? Because I'm here, I'm doing the class, she's documenting it. We are creating content as we are, doing our work. Same thing goes for you. So if you're out showing home, grab photos, grab video clips, all that kind of stuff, because people like to see beautiful properties. People also want to see behind the scenes, right? There's a reason that there are a bunch of real estate shows. I mean, there's a whole TV channel dedicated to it, HGTV, okay? People want to see behind the scenes. Let them in on what it looks like when you go into a nasty house, when you go into a beautiful house, when you're preparing the offer, when you're eating in your car, right? How many in your car lunches have you had, or dinners, right? It's not as glamorous as it seems. You know what I mean? Especially here in Phoenix in the summer, it's miserable showing homes. Client testimonials, right? Like I saw a really, really great one from Luz Bravo in Miami yesterday in my newsfeed. She interviewed her top referral partners and she put together a reel. It was a phenomenal. So it was client testimonial, but from agent to agent referrals. It was absolutely a phenomenal reel that she did. And she captured that content while she was at an event, which was a really great idea. I love when I see lifestyle content, showcasing communities, showcasing your favorite place to eat lunch, your favorite dinner places, your favorite place to get cocktails, like all about living and being in the community. That's going to showcase you as a person, but it also helps kind of showcase community. Motivational content, you cannot go wrong with motivational content. There's a lot of great infographics out there that you can, KCM and different things like that. One thing that I would say that, and this may be a little controversial, is I don't think you should just subscribe to a company that's going to post for you, meaning like KCM. I really, really like KCM's content. I love their infographics. You know what makes it next level? When the agent explains the infographic, when they put their twist on it, right? So at a very low level, I would say, taking things from these really great resources out there, but then put your spin on it, put your flavor on it, and that's really going to take it next level. I can't go to the next slide without talking about the real you and life. You have to have space on your page to build connection with your audience. Showing properties is great. That's not going to build connection with your audience. So make sure that you're not just all real estate. You're going to have to showcase some of your life. Some of us are really funny and some of us are really serious. And, you're going to have to find your voice of what that looks like. I love Will Draper. He's a fellow Tom Ferry coach and a very successful realtor. And he skateboards into every listing video that he does. I don't skateboard, I roller skate. Maybe I should be on video roller skating more often. I don't know. But a lot of you guys know a little bit about me. You know, I have a big family. You kind of know my personality. So when you come to my page, you're going to get a lot of real estate agent coaching and training. And then you're going to see me at a basketball game. You're going to see me at my daughter's gymnastic. You're going to see my family going through a health transformation, right? Building connection. And I will tell you, my best posts, my best engagement comes when I am being authentic with my audience. I'm kind of letting them in. That doesn't mean that I share every fight with Meryl, right? Like I'm not airing my dirty laundry, but I am inviting my social media friends to get to know me a little bit better. And you know what makes me so excited? When I meet a lot of you guys in person, it's so fun because we've connected on Facebook, we've connected on social media, we've had this back and forth chat, and then we get to meet each other in person and just deepen that relationship. I always love when I get to meet you guys in real life. So the one thing I would say too about what to post, you got to remember to go back and review your metrics, right? If you're not taking time to go back into the business section and go through your analytics, I'm not an analytical person, but I find it very insightful. That's how I know my reels outperform almost all my other content when it comes to engaging with people I don't know. Where I get the most engagement with my core audience is in a post. How do I know that? I know that because I go in and I review my metrics, right? That's also reviewing your metrics to know what time you should post. Okay, so second update for 2023, you can now delete a specific photo from a carousel post. So honestly, I was told, Kelsey, I'm like, why does this even matter? Again, some people are super analytical when it comes to this stuff. Here's how you do that. If you want to know how to delete a specific photo from a carousel, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. These are the steps that you do it to be able to delete one photo out of a carousel. I'm like, dude, post it, move on, right? But for those of you guys that care, this is what it looks like to be able to go in and edit one. So I think the most important thing we should talk about is not just how to delete one photo from a carousel, but why should we even use carousel, right? Like, what are the benefits of carousel? So carousel is actually really powerful because it allows you to get more information out. Think about that. They are scrolling through. Is it 10, Kelsey? How many photos in a carousel? 10. Yeah. So it's not always a photo. It can also be, the image can have content in it. So as a person is swiping through, you're able to get more content, right? You're even able to mix the content. You can have photo mixed with video. Some of the best market updates I've seen have been in a carousel format that's like a photo or an image paired with a video, paired with another photo, paired with a video, right? And then some dialogue. Like really, really, really cool. That leads to the next benefit, which is carousel posts increase engagement because as followers are swiping, they stay on the post longer. That increases engagement, right? As they stay on the post longer, it's telling the algorithm, hey, I like this content. So it's also possible that they're going to show your content to more people. You probably also noticed that in the past couple months, if you didn't swipe through a carousel post, the next time you see it in your feed, it's on the second or third image. So Instagram is actually showing carousel in your feed multiple times if you don't scroll through. So you actually have a couple at bats to get in front of people and have them finish the post, which is interesting. So again, you can be super creative. I would look at using the carousel to tell a story. This is before and after, share a case study, use it as a way to get out some really good content and to keep the story going, right? That's the benefit of carousel. This one's brand new. I think it's like a week into this. It's called broadcast channels. I'm not even sure the full application yet because just as I'm thinking about how we can use these broadcast channels, there's a lot of opportunity here. So what is a broadcast channel? Think of a broadcast channel as a direct message, but to a group of people, to an audience of people. So once you have access to the feature, you'll be able to kind of put it together and you may not have access yet, but you can actually start following Mark Zuckerberg and Meta. So they have a broadcast channel. This is where you access it on their profile, okay? And we've got a little screenshot of what it looks like. It functions a little bit differently. Like you'll be able to see and kind of interact, but you're not going to be able to respond. So think about being able to deliver up-to-date information to a very, dedicated group of people that are highly interested in your content. So I think there's a lot of different applications. It's very new. So, I'm curious as you guys start this, if you have access to it, let me know how you're using it. I have a feeling this is going to be a really incredible tool as people start to dive into this one-to-many option of direct messaging. I think it's really good. So, you probably already noticed this one. It came out earlier as well. Music in the feed. So now when you post a photo, it's actually giving you an option to put music with that photo. There's a couple benefits to that. You're just going to increase the longevity of the post if you pair it with, trendy music. If you don't have access to good music, we've talked about this in previous classes, you need to get a creator's account. You just go into your settings, change to a creator account. You'll have all of the music that you want to. So little feed, but it's something or little change, but something you should definitely be looking at. Link in bio. Instagram is testing having multiple links. So as you guys know, you haven't been able to put but one link, which is like we use a tool called Linktree. There's a lot of different options out there. Linktree is my one link that then opens up and has all the links to my YouTube channel and all the other content and different things I put out there. So let me know if you have multiple links in your bio and how that's working for you and how you're using it, because that's another tool that they're testing out. So this one is super exciting. They're merging Creator Studio with the Business Suite. So it used to be called Facebook Business Suite. Now it's called Meta Business Suite. And we've been using the Creator Studio for video distribution for probably 4 years now, if not longer. And we've been using Business Suite for probably 2 to 3 years. Creator Studio was much better for video scheduling and distribution, and the Business Suite was phenomenal for all of the other types of content, stories and posts and all of that. And now they're merging them together, which just makes it a lot easier for you to manage your account. If you haven't looked into this, you've got to set your account up, because there are so many tools in there that you can use, but it also is where you get access to all of your analytics. It's also where you set up your ads and different things like that. So one other topic that I wanted to hit real quick, we're blazing through this class, is suggested feed. So recently at a conference, Jason Pantana was talking about the fact that 30-ish% of your news feed is suggested content. And you've probably noticed that suggested content. What that means is it's machine learning, right? The algorithm is learning, oh, Christy likes this and she likes that. And, I want to show her more of that. So the content that you're seeing in your news feed is changing, right? It used to be, back in the day, all you saw were the people that you followed, right? Then they started saying, well, this post is really popular, I'm going to show this. Then they started putting ads in there, right? And next thing we're going to talk about is chronological feed. But the suggested feed matters because you're going to see content of accounts that you follow that have popular content. They're going to suggest content based on things that you might like and based on how you use the platform. So things that you've searched for it's kind of like the For You page, but it's the search page in Instagram. And why does this matter? Because again, you need to build consistency in a community. You need to build a group of people that are engaged, right? So that means you need to encourage engagement. You need to ask people, like I said, comment here, right? You need to ask people to engage in your content, and you need to leverage stories, right? Stories have a lot of reach. The most important thing, though, is you got to realize that people are probably not seeing your content So you might want to pay to boost your best content to your core audience, right? That might be how we move forward as real estate agents to make sure that people are seeing our content. Now, I'm not talking about trying to find new people, right? Because we've got a lot of tools to find new people. Specifically, Reels is one of the easiest tools you can extend your reach. But to make sure that your core base of people are actually seeing your content, you might want to put some money behind it, because chronological feed is gone. Now, you do have an option. So people have an option to change their feed. So some of your people might be chronological and some of them might be algorithmic. Okay. What does that mean? So if you are not in chronological order, posts that have low engagement are probably not going to get seen. They're going to get buried in someone's newsfeed, and that scroll, they're never going to scroll to your content. So it really increases the importance of the engagement in the newsfeed. The more likes you get, the more comments you get, the more shares and the more saves, the more likely your content will be shown. But this also, because of the non-chronological feed, it's not going to show in reverse, right, of posts. It's just going to show it. And the more that your people are on the platform, that's when you want to post. So it just really brings up, I talked about how often should I post? It's really quality over quantity. That's really important as the chronological feed and suggested feed has changed our experience. And then also remember, what are you feeding the algorithm, right? Your input, what am I consuming? It's going to show you more of what you like. So make sure you're actually engaging with accounts that are going to serve your purpose in your business, and engaging with the local businesses, engaging with platforms and people that are really in alignment with your messaging. That's just something to think about. So all of this, the whole point of today's class, the whole point of kind of going over these changes with Instagram in 2023 is because at the end of the day, we just want you to be more consistent with your social messaging, and we want to make it easy. So how does a person become more consistent with social media? The first thing is you really need to define your goal, right? What is it that you want to achieve? Then you also need to think about who is your audience and what's the kind of content that they would want to see and hear. Without a goal, you're just going to be throwing things, right? You're just going to be throwing things at the algorithm, and that's not really going to help you. You're just going to be frustrated with social media. You're just going to feel like you're kind of in that hamster wheel. So really define a goal. Your first goal may just be that I'm going to post 3 times a week. I'm going to post 1 time a week, right? As you really start to develop and create a content plan, right? You may say, I'm going to do 3 posts and 2 videos and 3 stories, right? Because again, as we mix up our content, creating a content plan is going to help you become more consistent. That's where we also suggest using a content calendar to help you stay organized. There are a ton of tools out there that you can use for free, like Trello or Google, to kind of stay in front of. If you're using the Meta Suite, they actually have a content calendar to show you what you have scheduled, and with little thumbnails. It's very, very nice. So do some of these automation tools. Like I really like Later. They do a great job of showing you your content calendar. If you don't feel like you're a digital person, have a regular old school calendar and write out what it is you're going to do, but then use automation, right? Because we don't want to just like ad hoc post. We want to schedule our post to go out at a time that our audience is going to be engaged with. And I always suggest that you look at batch shooting video or batch creating content to save you time, right? Like when in your schedule, can you go in and take all the videos and take all the photos that you kind of pulled from a week of showing homes and listing appointments and buyer consultations, that you could then turn that into content, that you can post later. So, and then of course, you're going to be more consistent as you engage with your followers and you engage with community. The whole point of this is to build community, because when you do meet that person in person, you want them to feel like they know you, and it makes doing business easier. You absolutely can get business from Instagram as well. But again, you don't have to be an influencer to sell real estate. Social media and video only enhances what you're already doing. So that being said, I would absolutely appreciate it if you would take time to, I'm building up my Google business profile as a real estate coach. If you could take a minute out of your day to leave me a 5-star review, I would absolutely appreciate that. And if you want to know more about how to do reels, or you want to know more about social media content, make sure to check out our YouTube channel. We have all of those videos there and those resources that you can go back and watch with guides on how to do it. If you want the class slides from today, you can scan this QR code or go to that bit.ly/resilient realtor, and you'll have all of the slides today. So before I bow out today, for those of you who are still here with me, do you have any questions about social media or just real estate in general? Is there anything else that I can bring to you guys today to help continue the conversation for this? Tell me about your best appointment this week. Tell me about your, the objections that you're struggling with. How can I add additional value to your business? Make sure we got anybody. Everybody's got it? We're all good? I like it. Someone gave a thumbs up. Okay, so here's the thing. Learning without execution is absolutely useless. So what I want from you today is to put in the comment what's something you learned from this class and you are going to go and execute in your business, because that's what the whole point of this kind of stuff is stuff that you will actually go and do to help you build your business. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you at the next class.